Well, salutations, my good people. It's a pleasure to be back. I will attempt to make this be a good one, the first one back once I have arrived back in European time zones. First one back since I came back to the regular homestead. I must bear warning, I've been dealing with a bit of a chest infection, so if I do end up breathing a bit larger and louder than normal, my apologies on that. We will do our best to ensure that it's all okay. Oh, so just bear with me now, just setting up one or two things before we continue onwards. We're lucky today, we're in the pre-season era here, so we have plenty of time to do nonsensical bull, so we will see how that ends up going. But let's start with that right now. And already I've made a mistake because the music wasn't queued up. Congratulations, Crack, you are still a twat. Anyway, in the last season we kind of failed. Kind of horribly with Real Madrid. I mean, Atletico Madrid and Barcelona were on fire. I mean, Barcelona went over a century, only lost one game, which was to Valencia. It's about us twice. We've changed our formation from the Pokeball to basically Ruben Amorim's system, but see if we can do it anyways competently. And it will be interesting to see whether or not we can. We have money to spend, 214 million to be exact, because I don't really care about their finances, even though they've lost an awful lot of money, but we might end up spending it. One of the things that could be useful is a striker. In the last stream when we were over there, we did look at a particular striker, rated as the best in the world. Go. Oh, excuse me. Just because I don't want Liverpool to have him. I'm that spiteful that I don't want my old club to have him. So why didn't we sell him? Weird. Not 100% sure why nothing ended up happening there. Anyways, if you are still here, Lord Duck, I haven't managed to nick the sound effect off of the Great Widget yet. I can't exactly remember where FM resources. Yes, so that will be downloaded for the future. I do at some point need to get a stream deck, so we'll end up setting that up. But for now, I guess the only thing I can end up doing for the Great Duck is maybe this. Not that. This. So this is your celebration, Duck. I love that emote. That is a brilliant emote. And it's wonderful coming back noticing that some of your elements are a bit off. Why isn't that within the border? This is in the border there. That there. Nope. Cool. It's in the border now. But enough of looking at that. We'll go back to my ugly mug. In the grand scheme of things, Senior Duck, it has been an unfortunately long period of time since we've been able to talk, 2 weeks at least. How has life been treating you? I know we've interacted in other people's chats, and, that's nice all the same. But, in a nice formal state of affairs of my chat where we can shoot the crack and see how it ends up going, how is life treating you, my friend? Yeah, it's even more concerning when today you have Ruben Amberin coming out saying that the Europa League isn't a priority. I'm sorry, but to me, that's a sackable offense. Honestly, that's a sackable offense. Turning around stating that the Europa League is not our priority is a sackable offense. If I'm 100% honest. Like, that is daft beyond belief by Ruben Amberin. Honestly, I don't think so, because the only thing they have to win is the Europa League, and I don't see them doing it. I genuinely don't see them winning the Europa League. I mean, they're the most likely to win it, considering how catastrophically shite we have been. So, they have a very good chance of doing so. But who knows? If I was a betting man, I don't know. If I was a betting man, I'd put it to anyone else. I don't see it happening. Honestly, I just don't. Maybe that's me. I just have a release clause. They're probably going to want the release clause, aren't they? I don't see Spurs winning anything. And furthermore than that, I actually don't even see Ange lasting. I actually don't even see Ange lasting the end of the season. That might be me being too much of a pessimist, but I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know what Ange. Ange is a weird one. He's managed to ostracize himself quite strongly. I just think. I just genuinely think there's a chance that he doesn't even make it to the end of the season. And I'm probably wrong. What do you think? What do you think, Doc? Ooh, okay. So here comes this one. He is an elite striker. He's above Enric and Wehe. Wehe is 28. Vinny is 30. We kind of want to sell Vinny if we can. What's his history? 104 appearances with 58 goals. That actually isn't a bad. That isn't a bad, and it is only 77 million gone from it. I know it rises to 120 if he does well. Oh, fuck it. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's sign him. Probably a mistake to go for a striker, but screw it. Why not? I mean, it's probably more important for us to go and get a properly good defender. But alas, time will tell. I have the request queue up now. Now, although that does nothing, I was actually able for the first time ever, Senior Duck, able to actually give an okay to your request. Go away with your 450. Fine. Have it for another season anyway, so there's no real reason to worry about it. Yeah, Tracy isn't good enough. I like Tracy, I really do. And he's performed really well in that defensive position there for us. He's probably not worth it. Get rid of that. This, and I don't mind it after that. Fair enough. That's not a bad old contract for him now, to be fair. There are worse contracts that we've given out in the past. No, because he's a breakthrough prospect, which means he'll never get playing. That doesn't surprise me that they went for that much. I like Alex, and Alex is a phenomenal fucking player, but like, with the way we've changed our formation, we don't actually have a proper place for Alex. Maybe as a defender, but because we've changed to this, I mean, if we went back to the Pokeball, he'd be useful. And I mean, it's always nice to have the Pokeball there and to have players that can fit into the Pokeball. But at the same point in time, we probably... Well, apologies about that. It's the first time I've needed to use that screen since I've ended up coming. For some reason, my microphone just got a mind of its own and decided, no, I'm not going to work anymore. God, you're mean. Don't worry, I thought we left those type of obscenities to other people now, Duck. That's awfully mean. Although, with that being said, the latest season of Dr. Stone is actually a really good season. It's a good show, to be fair to it. I mean, he's mad as a hatter, and it'll be interesting to see if they actually fulfill the goal at the end of it. I don't think that show is anywhere near being finished yet. I know that there's an awful lot of mangas at the moment that are finishing up their circulation soon. I don't think Dr. Stone is one of them as well. If it is, it's quite a shame. I believe Sakamoto Days is one of them that's meant to be finishing up soon enough. I haven't been watching that anime, unfortunately. But I read that manga. It's a very good manga. So I wonder if the anime is any good itself. Have you watching anything nice other than Dr. Stone yourself? Oh, did it? Jesus. I never read it, so I didn't know that. I suppose it exceeded at the end. You know, a funny little thing that has happened between when we've been at this and the whole lot is it was going on during some of the last streams, but we never really talked about it due to my own personal dalliances and the whole lot. But Dragon Ball Daima has happened in between now and then, which was an interesting show. I don't know if I call it good, but it was an interesting show. I'd sell them to him for the right price. Well, that had nothing to do with that. We tried, but you wouldn't end up accepting it, right? Yeah, I wasn't a massive fan of the Super Saiyan 4. I didn't care about the Super Saiyan 4, and I actually liked the little changes that they did with Super Saiyan 4. But one of the things that did bother me a tad with Super Saiyan 4 was the fact that Goku turned around at the end and said that it was something that he was trying since Boo. I genuinely don't care that it was plucked out of nowhere. Dragon Ball's been doing that crap for a long time the last wee while. I do care, however, that it creates a massive red flag in Super, considering it's meant to be tied to Super. It makes sense why Vegeta wouldn't use Super Saiyan 3, considering he got gassed using it. And he knows how untenable it is the minute he gets God power, so he'd never use it again. So it makes sense why he'd never show that up, but for Goku not to use Super Saiyan 4 is horse manure. So they just wrote themselves into their own problem again. I like the giant fist. I like that it's more monkey. I like that it's more monkey than other ways of the form. I like that. It's an interesting addition to it. I actually like the design of the form a lot. I do think it would be better with black hair. I like the idea that the red hair is a combination of Vegeta and Goku mixed together in the Gogeta form for Super Saiyan 4. I like that the gag at the end was that there were two more of the eyes that anyone could end up buying as well. That's quite a funny gag, and very, very, very Toriyama. But that show, it's just a plethora of missed opportunities. Fuck off. I mean, yes, that's how he drew out the power. He drew out the power because Gomazu, or however you pronounce him, ended up giving him the little bit of a push in order to do it. But he had said afterwards, when himself and Vegeta were talking, that he was working on that since the Buu saga, and eventually he would have reached it on his own. And the fact that he was able to transform back into it by himself means he now has access to it, because that's always the bloody case. So, horse manure. Yeah, I was always a massive fan of the 10 times Kamehameha. But I'm a GT evangelist. I actually like GT, which I know is sacrilege to an awful lot of people, but I genuinely actually like GT. I think GT isn't near as bad as some people state GT is. So, So he's up at 142 now. We could sign him, but he's 27. 83. Yes, terrific ideas with some horrible executions. Like, I love almost everything about the Android 17 arc. It just is ridiculously horribly executed. It's actually hilarious how bad the Android 17 arc is. But the idea of having the original 17, which Super even helps with this, having the original 17 be summoned back when the dragon ended up reviving everyone at the end of Cell, and then Jiro and Wheelo creating a new 17, and the two of them merging together and taking over the original 17's mind is a really good idea if you flesh it out. And even the idea of Hell opening up is a really good idea as well. A distinct lack of Hitler, considering some of the movies. Distinct lack of Hitler, but That might, by the way, I am aware that might have been a statement that'll get me cancelled. Uh, I probably should have thought about that before I did it. So he has a release clause of 142 million. It's not like it. I'd say that would probably bust Real Madrid's record transfer budget. How do I check our record transfer? I the After GT movie. I did see it. Yes, I did. I actually really liked that movie. The one where Pan is the grandmother, and then you have Goku Junior, going to do work afterwards. Yeah, she's over 100. I think canonically it's something like 120 or something like that at that point in time. But I have to say, like, I absolutely love Stephanie Nadoli as young Goku. I love her, and that's what makes Daima so sad, because she can't reach the Goku. Like, the power of one Dragon Ball movie, that Goku voice performance is, oh. So seeing that she's not able to do it as good as she did before is sad. It's genuinely sad. So, but I love everything about those movies. I love simple Dragon Ball. It's the reason why I like Daima. I don't need ball-bustingly strong and bombastic fight choreography and all that. I like the more intimate stuff. I like the enjoyable elements of it. Oh, so I wonder what was going on there. Excuse me. Like, the old school Dragon Ball is one of my favorite watches of all time. I love old school Dragon Ball. Yeah, that's what I thought. Rodrigo. 28 million. Fair enough. Yeah, for vertical streaming, I need to figure out why it keeps doing that. But that's Future Crack's problem. Anyway, advertisements are now finished, so we can go and do this. And happy out, we're back. Yo, Bulma, where's your tail? Yet knows of Bulma's makes it make. I don't actually get that one. Although I will say that that is probably one of the best lines ever written into anime. Vegeta, if you don't stop fighting now, I'll stop having bat time with you. That is a beautiful, 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 beautiful line in anime. It's gorgeous. Oh, that wasn't in Kai, that was in Daima. Gorgeous line in Daima. I still haven't watched all of Kai either. I've mentioned this before and we've had a bit of a discussion about it. There's something about Kai's voice acting that just doesn't sit right with me. I just don't like a substantial amount of Kai's voice acting. I just don't like the direction. I feel like an awful lot of people are phoning it in. It also doesn't help too that I think that Sabat has unfortunately lost his range in a couple of characters, like Piccolo specifically in Kai. Doesn't sound as Piccolo-y as he did previous to that. Fire Force. Oh, I love Fire Force. Such a good show. Such a good show, Fire Force. Now I need to watch the sequel. Well, the prequel sequel to Fire Force, because that's something I haven't watched. So I need to do that. I need to watch the prequel sequel to Fire Force. Okay, so we need to get rid of Gakpo as well. Need to get rid of Killian as well. That's how kinda. Kim Sung, he's 21. He probably needs to be sold at this point. Anyway. Oh, I know about the ending of Fire Force, yeah. That's what I was joking. I just, I haven't watched Soul Eater. I've never actually watched Soul Eater. Now, I know, or maybe I'm wrong on this. There's two versions of Soul Eater because they remade it, right? So I haven't gotten to that yet. Oh, I forgot. The reason why we never signed this fucker is because he wanted 100,000 quid. He's going from 65 quid to 100,000 quid, and I outright refuse to do it. He's a good player. He might develop, but I don't know if he's worth going up to 100,000 because we're never going to end up getting the money back on him. So I actually think we're better letting him walk than pay him 100,000. Yeah, because then he wants that, and that's the big problem. He wants to be brought up to 200,000. So, like, he's going for 65 quid. He's never played a senior game in his life. He has good potential, but, like, he's just an egotistical arse. Like, why would I do it? Why would I sign him? Legitimately. For 100k. So I'm setting him for release. Nah, fuck it. I'll leave it. I'll leave it as it is. Really? I've heard nothing but good things about Soul Eater. To be honest, I've heard nothing but good things about Soul Eater. Oh, okay. I have no idea about that. Honestly, no idea about that. I've never even looked into it. Okay. I heard it's an anime only ending. Again, I haven't watched it, so I can't comment. I heard it's an anime only ending too. That it's a completely different ending to that of the manga. $23 million. That's tempting. That's actually making me tempted to watch it, to be honest, Duck. Who knows? Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. I think Tommy Setford in real life is meant to be a phenomenally good goalkeeper. Like, I know he's going from Barcelona, but like, I actually think in real life he's meant to be a phenomenally good goalkeeper. I know diddly squat about him. Much to my chagrin, I know diddly squat about him. But yeah. Interesting. As in Liverpool, yeah, the former Liverpool player, yeah, Bajic. It's only 26. Wow, he's never left England. Wow. Liverpool to Cardiff, Cardiff to Hull, Hull to West Brom, West Brom to Norwich, Norwich to Bristol, and then to Arsenal. That's what a route. Yeah, that's in the base game too. You don't even need using the transfer update. Like, if you just use the most up to date like base game system, he's there as well. I have no idea why. Like, he's not on a massive amount of money or anything, but it's just a weird little addition. I have no idea who Tommy Rowe is or anything. Like, he's shite. And to be fair, he's only on, what, 3.5k a week, which for United is nothing. But, like, I know nothing about him. I wonder in real life if he's kind of like a Johnny Evans situation where he's technically a player coach, even though Evans is actually useful to us, you know. Marvel, what a name. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Anyway. Ah, that would make sense. I was wondering why. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Interesting that you're very unhappy considering you played 22 appearances, had 1 goal and 5 assists. Like, you done really well. I mean, even do you for that money if you give me that. I love how they've recalled him when his loan was about to finish in about a week's time. That's pettiness of a wonderful description. It's something you just love to see. Like, his loan was finishing here in 4 days' time, so they just decided to recall him earlier just to be arseholes. Like, that's a beautiful level of pettiness from Palace. Well, they accepted that. Oh, okay, interesting. Well, in that case, you can go to 25. Fun, that. I love this too. I'm 47 minutes into this streaming session, and I haven't even gotten a week. I haven't even gotten by a week in the FM thing. That is a beautiful showcase of how bad FM can be sometimes. I don't think I'm going to press that anymore. I think I'm going to accept that. That's not a bad deal for him. I mean, Gakpo's a long-time servant of the club, so, you know, you don't really want to push out long-time servants of the club like that, but at the same point in time, why not? Same with this one here, we're getting 6 million quid for him, so why not send him out? Weird, that. When's our game, by the way? 18th of July, so we might set stuff from before that to get some of our new players playing, see how they are. Yeah. Interesting. Gomez. There's no interest yet. I don't get how real Saspiatan keep finding fucking diamonds in the rough. keep finding diamonds. It's not even funny. I mean, I'm buying diamonds. They keep finding diamonds, and it's fucking infuriating, to be honest. It's actually kind of a little bonkers how often they're getting really good players out of nowhere. It was a great time up. I enjoyed every minute of it about as much as I enjoyed the John Cena heel turn. And can't wait to see what team song is going to come out with when that ends up happening. How is life treating you, my good friend? Life going well? I actually managed to have a somewhat successful time. 1 month out there, I went from 17 stone 12 pounds to 17 stone 2 pounds. Go on. I'm willing to hear. Excuse me. I hope I spelled that right. Rock Attack Invitational, yeah. First, overseas PLE, I stayed up late to watch. I forgot about the quotes. Oh. Oh. And then you got to watch it later on and hear about the wonderful fun of Travis Scott absolutely nailing Cody Rhodes with a wallop on the top of the head. Oh, it's easy to forget. Who would, to be fair, who would expect the pay-per-view to end in a fucking with a promo? But it was a really nice heel turn. I do find it funny though that they caught a wee bit too quick and missed The Rock's, hand. Yes, and the return, it was a very good pay-per-view. The return of Jade was good. The return of Randy was good. We have good matches set up for Mania. It's obviously, we'll see, actually, considering they're doing Rollins versus Punk at Madison Square Garden next week. We'll see what they actually end up doing with the main event. I have a feeling that there's a chance the main event of WrestleMania will change to John Cena versus CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. But at the same point in time, we'll see, because it could end up being Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins versus CM Punk either. But time will tell. Either way, there's plenty of things to see going on, and I look forward to the whole lot of it. Now, nothing against the woman, but I'm not a fan of Naomi, so I'm not excited to see Jade Cargill versus Naomi. I know Io winning. You have to think it's going to be a triple threat match at Mania, though, don't you? Or do you make it a fatal four-way match and add Liv to the equation as well? Because you kind of should, shouldn't you? Just a lot of really interesting, nice effects going ahead, you know? But yeah, no, it's just a good time to be a wrestling fan, to be honest. It's just a shame the numbers on Netflix haven't been as glorious as you'd want, which is slightly concerning. But yeah, I'm enjoying as much of it as I can. I mean, I have nothing wrong with, and I mentioned this before when I was on with you before. I don't have anything bad to say about Aleister Black, Malachi Black. I just don't like the spooky bullshit. But if he is going to do spooky bullshit, tie him to the Wyatt Six. But if it is just he has a really awesome entrance, and like, so long as he's not doing the blackout crap that he was doing in AEW, I'm happy, more than happy to have Aleister Black in, because he's good, he's aggressive. I was never a fan of the Black Mass. And although it's a beautiful kick, if it's shot wrong or hit wrong or viewed wrong, it looks horrible. Is it Julia that's injured? That's unfortunate. At the same point in time, fucking awesome for Stephanie Vacour. Because it's one of the two of them. So it's either Julia or Stephanie Vacour. One of the two of them is injured. It would make more sense for it to be Julia, considering the shit she's been through. But like, it's awesome for them. I do think that's probably not the way I would have went down. I would have given someone else the... Fuck off. I love too how it's Joey Saints and not Joey Saint. Like, I know it is for the Saints, but like, it's Saints. So what's the Joe Hendry news? Yeah, Rey Fenix being released is a really interesting one. I was genuinely shocked that they released Rey Fenix. That boy's crazy. How are you doing, my friend? It has been some time. Oh, okay, yeah, no, so just the fact that he was in the Rumble. Oh, yeah, no, but everyone expected him to be in the Rumble. He done really well in the Rumble, to be fair to him. He had a really good performance in the Rumble, too. Until he was knocked the shit out. Ooh, I haven't been watching the Champions League at all, so that actually is good that you mentioned it. Let's have a look. So, Villa ended up getting 3-1 versus Bruges via an own goal and a penalty. Good for Villa. Dortmund 1-1 with Lille. And Lille are more dominant. Interesting. I mean, fair play to you for having hope, Crazy, but like, it's not easy. It's not easy for to surpass Real Madrid. And then Arsenal walloping PSV is beautiful to see. I'm actually really happy to see Arsenal do well. I do think that there genuinely needs to be a discussion if Arteta wins nothing this season. But at the same point in time, it's really good to do. Oh, happy out! Which academy? Which academy up? That's awesome to hear. The fuck? Happy out! Congratulations! I mean, yeah, you need to go somewhere. You need to start with something. It's a beautiful to hear it. Congratulations to you. I love hearing people end up getting good opportunities and expanding themselves well. It's awesome. Really, congratulations to you. Wow, why is that so low? Wow, I mean, he's 23, so there's no point, but like, why? I wanted to sign him earlier on, but why is he down at 8 million? Holy shit. Crazy. I hope that bank account goes into the 7 digits. Because even with a non-league club, you need to be at least high 6 digits for you have any chance of running it. Fair play for having that goal, though. I mean, the other option is that you go. The other option is that you go and start from the scratch. Good luck with that, though. USA. Okay, it's an entirely different kettle of fish. Yeah, I don't know the cost profiles in the USA, but congratulations for having the luck of that one. If it works out for you, it works out for you. Happy out. Because if you wanted to do it in England, you have to go through 20 divisions. Ooh, we have advertisements. So we'll just let them go through and then we'll continue on. That's incredible up. But like, would you make it by the time you get up to the MLS? Well, actually, no, because the MLS doesn't have any relegation or anything like that. But there is a secondary league that has the relegations and all that type of shit. So you'd probably be using the secondary one, right? Still, it's an admirable want. It's an admirable goal to be going for, to be fair. Okay, and with that, the advertisements are now finished. So we can go back to this. You'd kind of want to, though, wouldn't you, boy? Or, by the way, which do you prefer? Crazy or boys? Or cut the name down. I'm sure I've asked this in the past, but I've just been calling you crazy today, so I don't want to call you that if that is in any ways offensive to you. Z, fair enough, yeah. $113 million for Martitelli for a 30-year-old. Won't be doing it. Sign someone for 75 million quid and it looks like it might be a bargain. That's incredible. It's actually bonkers that it even thinks that. I have 5 signings done there and I still have the guts of 100 million to spend if I wanted. The only thing I kind of need is a defender, but there doesn't seem to be any good ones out there. I'm the only I mean, Duck, you're just crazily loved. Yeah, I can understand that. If I get 59 million quid for him, I'll sell him. I know we spent 100 on him, but he's not stepping foot on the pitch again for Real Madrid. Because if he steps on the foot one more time, we have to pay his extra 20 million quid that we have on his contract, and woe be damned if we're paying that fucking money. I'm a goofy goober! You're a goofy goober! We're all goofy goobers! I have to find a way. Yeah. I have to find a way. I thought we had lowered that, by the way. I'll lower the volume on that again. I do have to find a way to get the blurps to come up in the reward request queue so that I can choose when to actually let them go through or deny it and return back the points. But that's future Crack's problem. Also, your ears should have been paying more attention, Duck. Anyway, Are you gonna slay it? First off, I always slay it. There's no way they're gonna accept that, but fuck it, try it. We have a lot of useless arseholes. Like, I'm only with them a year, so I still need to ruffle through the crap. But we have a lot of useless arseholes in the squad. Like, why do we even have this buck? He's in Real Madrid B. Why do we even have him? Optional fee too. No, I'm just rejecting anyone that comes to me with an optional fee because they never fill it in. Probably defense. Anyway, up yourself. Do you think you might end up getting do you think you might end up getting 2K25? WWE 2K25? And Z, Have you been playing anything the last wee bit? You doing anything exciting in your own ways last wee bit? Oh. Oh, fuck off. So we need to keep an eye on him because he's one we do want. Dominic Zelensky, he's shite. So. We're trying to sell Gakpo. Do we have any transfer interest in him? Yeah. How have you found that? Is it a purely international save that you're doing? Or shit. Piss off, man. Ah, okay, not too bad. I mean, I never get surprised on anything Duck ends up doing anymore. Duck is just bonkers, to be honest. So I never get surprised hearing whatever he ends up doing. Did you ever go back to your Mongolian league, Duck, or has that just been dead and buried since? And I know you've been flirting about different FMs for the last wee bit. So what's the current FM that has your attention for the longest period of time? Oh, come on, stop being an arse. This is going to cost me a lot of money too, isn't it? Not too bad. $15% pay increase, you greedy bastard. What type of squad? Like, I have no idea in what period of time you're up. What type of squad did England have at that point in time? Was it a strong England squad? Oh, bollocks. Didn't have the option on that on. That's going to bite me in the arse later on. Benny, my friend, how are things? Oh, thank you so much. Oh. Thank you so much, Benny. Oh. You've made my day today. Thank you so much for that. How's all treating you, my friend? How has your day been treating you? We have just been doing pre-season elements for the past hour and 15 minutes, which means we've gotten through maybe 6 days of the entirety of the street of the table, you know. Thank Sophie Nautical, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it more than you know. Please join the crack, conversate with all of us. We love having the conversations in the crack with all of you. I'm doing better today, Benny. Still a bit, you know, clogged up and have a bit of a chest infection, but grand to go at it. Good to be having the conversation and the whole lot. So, you know, happy to be back talking to people. Sat down here in my homestead, enjoying the great people of the stream and everyone that ends up coming in, ready to talk and ready to enjoy. And not arsed a damn bit at doing that. So some of these are getting pay increases they don't deserve. I mean, to be fair, it is PSV, but yes, it is interesting. Now, let's see if they can keep that trend in place in the league as well, considering they didn't buy a striker. Oh, the joys of that, Benny. It's horrible when it ends up coming through because you just feel off, and that's a horrible feeling in general. But I hope everyone in your house ends up feeling better in the near future. And same with yourself. I hope you are as well. Anyway, Sophie, tell us a bit about yourself. Are you an FM fan? Are you up to much yourself? How's life treating you? It's a pleasure to have you join us, to have your company for the first time. God, I hate seeing people from... Although he's on an okay wage. Oh, screw that. But at least the meds are affecting you. At least you're it's helping you in some way, shape, or form. But still, it's horrible to even hear that. I'm sorry to hear it, Benny. Hopefully it makes you feel better soon. Yeah, I know the feeling. I'm on just a crap ton of cough syrup and all that type of stuff. So, trust me, I know the feeling. So I just started to play it recently as a friend of mine said I should try it, but I do play football in real life, so therefore I don't have much time. Well, happy out! When you say you play football in real time, like, are you a professional footballer? Or is it just something you like to do in your own free time in order to connect everything up to it as well? Because it was one of the things I ended up getting over in Thailand. I met one or two popular, so it's really interesting to end up getting into that. But congratulations to you. It's a fantastic game with an incredible community. So enjoy it and interact with as many as you can, because it's definitely worth it. Ah, okay, FIFA. Not too bad. Oh, we have two. 39. Fair enough. That's also fair enough. We just bought a goal scorer, so we don't even need to look at him. Sometimes I don't get this game. Give him to you for that. I'm happy out to that one. I genuinely don't care about him. I love the gall of me setting a transfer value and then them coming in at half the price of the transfer value. I love that gall, because only would the AI have the gall to do that. If I attempted that now, I'd get a rejection so fast my head would spin. That's a genuinely hilarious level of gall.
Okay, let me tell you something about this business.
I mean, what do you expect me to say on these ones? No, he's not. Is Adam one for the future? You can't wait around for footballers these days. I want him to make an immediate impact. Like, yeah, I mean, of course he's one for the future, but you want to see him having impact as well. Like, I I think Gunter has unfortunately appeared more like a mid-card champion than a regular champion. He's definitely not on the level of Cody Rhodes. I'd argue Braun Breaker is a higher level champion than him at the moment, and it has very little to do with what Gunter is doing. I like Jey Uso. I really, really like Jey Uso. He has good personality in the whole lot for him. And I don't like to be that guy, but he doesn't have the body for a main eventer. He has the charisma. He doesn't have the in-ring technique to be a main event wrestler either, and he doesn't have the body to be a main event wrestler. And it just feels like a mid-card rivalry. So personally, I think Gunther should wallop his ass. Pixel, it's a pleasure to have you back. How is life treating you, my friend? How is all going with you? Thank you so much for coming in. I know I am becoming the old crony. I am becoming Mr. McMahon, unfortunately, but I think you can understand what I mean by that. Uh, like it's just one of those situations of I like Jay, but there's just something about his overall vision that visual that isn't main card. If you get me. Yeah, that's the thing. If you lose one, then it doesn't matter. Like a prime example is Finn Balor has the body, but the man has the personality of a fucking pair of rock salts. So if you could transplant Jey Uso's personality into Finn Balor, Bob's your Uncle Happy out, you have almost a perfect wrestler. But you can't have the lapse of tree. You can't have not wrestling ability, not the body, and not the charisma. Jey Uso has the charisma and the crowd, which matters an incredible amount. But it also doesn't help that he's lost 3 times to Gunter, and Gunter has never felt equal to Cody. You didn't have time for it, but I think you needed Gunter versus Randy, or Gunter versus Punk, or Gunter versus Drew, or Gunter versus someone else to build him up to be an actual champion. I legitimately think at the moment Braun Breaker is more of the main Raw champion than Gunter is, and I think that doesn't help. I agree with you, Benny, but it's just the visual of the whole thing. It's the same thing as where I turn around and I say, I love that Gunter has gotten himself fit, and that man is the perfect wrestler, but I think he looked better big than he does fit. As stupid as that is, I think when he had the weight on him, he looked like every chop would kill. It also doesn't help that for some reason, since he went onto the main roster, he actually hasn't been able to do a chop like he did back in the day. Might be the arena, might be the situation, and the whole lot. But there's just some aesthetical thing to me that's off with Jey Uso. In general, I agree with you, because like Kevin Owens doesn't have a body at all, but hides it with the shirt and the whole lot that he looks. So it doesn't matter if you hide it right. Like the prime example I would give is when you throw Solo Sikoa up with Roman Reigns, he looks like a child playing with someone else. When you put Jacob Fatu up with Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu has the look, even though he doesn't have the Roman Reigns body, whereas Solo doesn't have it. To use that type of comparison, if you get it. I know it's weird, but yeah, Duck, you've never liked the wrestling speak, have you? I think there's been some great strides in women's football at the moment. So I'm happy to see how it's going. I hope it continues to do well. I'm not even looking at an optional fee. It's half price, but I'll give you them for 21 million. They'll give me 20% of the next sale. No, I want to sell them. Yeah, go on. I need to be careful about... that I don't make my defensive line too weak. Even though I do need to get rid of these guys, I need to be careful that I don't make my defensive line a wee bit too weak. Although, speaking of you being back in a minute up, I actually need to do it as well. So I just need to go and do one or two things myself, so I will be right back as quick as a wick. So just bear with me. Okay, apologies about that, my friends. Just the joys when you need to sort one or two things out. If there's anyone still here, I'm happy to continue to have some conversations. We might actually get to a game in this stream. Who knows? Maybe we might get lucky. Ooh, we got a 50 million. no real idea on where we are on it, unfortunately. But we shall see. Even though it's a cup I created, I love that it wants me to end up putting my cup goalkeeper in. That's really, really funny. So what's your favorite save at the moment, Duck? That you're doing with Villa, as in Aston. I mean, that's not ill similar to what I'm doing. Just that you have your wingers further up and don't have the two AMs. You'll need to have very, very, very strong wingbacks. And will having the two Violas be a bit too defensive? Or will that matter? We're not even looking at him. Not even looking at him, which is really funny that they bring that up. I mean, fine, but I'll do an optional fee at the end of it, so... Ooh. He's 21, that's why I didn't go for him, but he's a really good player. He's on the same level as Stefan Morg. You definitely sell him, so I suppose be an arse. I know that's literally just hogging players to sell them, but I actually don't give a shit. So how many teams are in it? Yeah, it's awesome when you end up getting a good song to an anime like that. I haven't actually heard the Season 3 one in a long time, so I don't actually remember what it's like. That's not too bad. Shouldn't slow you down too much, that one, thankfully. Like, you've had some insane bloody, insane databases, so that's not too bad. How much do we... I mean, we'll make a profit off of them now. Ah, fair enough. Who are you? And why did we sell you? Interesting. That's funny. Jeez Louise. You're bonkers. You're absolutely bonkers, Duck. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get how you'd have the patience for that. Never mind anything else. How you have the patience for that is what I don't get. Jeez, I didn't even know I had this guy. Wow. It's amazing that when that ends up happening, when you don't even know you have someone. Then Burke and Militao will mix with each other, yes. Then until we sell them, it will be Perla. I mean, if Sergio... I don't want to give Sergio the bloody satisfaction. Then here, we have Eduardo anyway and Sylvian, which is interesting because we're going to be selling the fucker, but never mind that. And we've Bellingham who's not fit, so I don't really want to play him to start if I can help it. Lobo. Yeah. It would be Jude, but in this particular case, Jude is injured, so we ignore him. Then we come up to this corner here. We have plenty of options here. We'll see. So, who's Jose? Someone we're selling. Jordy. Another good one as well. You're probably going to need to expand a bit on ERM, my friend Duck. So let me check what ERM typically means. I sound the... Oh, so you're literally just saying pause in the middle of a sentence like... Okay. Kinda. Villa are a surprisingly lucrative club, but they've made a lot of good sales. It would depend on your game as well, to be fair. We know Foston. We know we want Foston there anyway. And Ardgulla can swap there as well. But Esmond Adam can go there or there. Interesting. Yep, and Helico. And Helico with Ardgulla. Stefan Morgan with Kang Lee is probably the option, to be honest. But let's see who else we have. So we have Luis Alberto. But Luis is typically... God, Luis is all over the fucking spot. Interesting. selling you anyway, so. This is just me trying to understand the amount of random shite I have in the squad. To be fair to Gomez, he's fucking 15, so, you know, you can't be too mean to Gomez. Here we've, yeah, you're still injured, so you don't even come onto the pitch. Amar is there. Jose is there. Which one of them has more potential? You're 16, you're on the development list, so you can end up doing something, whereas Gomez is 15, so he can't. So I suppose we'll do this. Excuse me. We'll start with a fairly strong squad and go from there. We'll hopefully get a one up on San Betis, and then be able to play some of the youth later on to that. And I think that's what we'll end up going for, and see what we can do. So we'll go Aaron, Hines, Burke, Militao, Camavinga, Sylvian, Foston, Junior, Guller, Morgan, Enric. Good. I think this is what we go with. So we're only 1 hour and 48 minutes into this, and we're getting our first game now. So wish us a bit of luck. We might end up needing it. Cross your fingers and your toes for us there, ladies, gentlemen, and Technicolor rainbow in between. Ooh, they have Takafuso Kubo. I love Takafuso Kubo. Bartrex is another one I actually really like. So there's 2 players there that I like. I haven't even looked at them in this save, so I have no idea if they're any good, but they're 2 players I actually really like. We're in good form. Well, we're not, but like everyone is in good spirits. So we'll see. We did lose to Barcelona in our last game of the season. Oh, they've Nusa as well. Nusa, yeah. He's 30. Still very good though. Oh, we had him. Oh, years ago. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, off we go anyway. Let's see how we do. Me in my white suit. Follow the club colours, so I wear whatever the club suit is, so I forgot that I was wearing a piss me off white suit. Oh, that's disgusting. That's a disgusting goal. Okay, that one's a bit loud too. Fuck. I thought we had gone through all of these to make sure they weren't too loud. Oh, well, then in that case, my dear duck, let's hope nothing happens in the meantime, but you can see our 1 minute goal. Disgusting goal. Isn't it? Okay, I think I might have accident. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was wondering, Jesus. Thought for a minute I might have broken the game. Oh, they have an injured player playing for themselves as well, so that's interesting. Like, we're passing the ball fairly well to each other. That should not have been a goal. That's just bad goalkeeping. I mean, the less we talk about their defending, the better. That's just really bad goalkeeping. Oh, crap. Excuse me. Like, they should be doing better than that. That's astonishingly bad goalkeeping. Why do we have so many cards? Holy crap. I mean, I know we're a rougher than average team, but like, crap. What was that throw in? Oh no. Okay, Militao has it defended. Enric now with an okay goal. Vinny Morgan. That's not good enough now by Morgan. You won't be given much better chances than that now. Especially against a goalkeeper that's not on form today. Yeah, goal. I don't think that's offside either. Yeah, that's atrocious. Foston with an atrocious pass. There's no way that run should have been allowed to go through. Bad work by Aaron. Bad work by Hines. Bad work by Militao. That's just bad all around. 24-year-old. I mean, considering they got him for 6 million, that's good work to be able to have a player that's able to do that, but that's just bad by everyone there. Ard lost that ball too easy too. This has been a bad performance for us. I don't care about the possession stats. That doesn't mean anything to me, but just not on target enough. Ill-disciplined. Not enough headers won. Bad tackling exchanges. Bad passing. Just not a great performance. Unfortunately, just not a good performance. Nice by Burke. Vinny, yep. I was going to say that I'd be shocked if that wasn't a goal. He had too much time there with no attacks. I'd be shocked if that wasn't a goal there. So if it's still 3-1 or an even larger margin by 60 minutes, I'll make a couple of the youths in and give them a go. Camavinga, Militao, Burke, Ard, Foston. It was a very, very light attempt by Foston. Bad performance by him. Someone who needs it, considering, ironically, this formation was built in order to give Foston a go. Well, that's nice. Eduardo's been running rampant too. Like, to be fair, Eduardo's main position before this was left wing back. But whenever he gets a midfielder chance, he does phenomenally well. Goal. Oh no. Interesting. Hasn't been a great performance by Aaron either, unfortunately. And there we go. 65. Okay, so Militao for Franco, Hines for Martin, and then Joaquin there. Complete unknown backline. Then we go. Jude's still not 100% fit, so we go Lewis and Lobo, which again, complete unknowns, so we could get overrun by making this decision, but screw, we have chance of arm. Admin as well, or Jordy. And Helico. Give Fran his goal. I know Wehe is the right option here, but I'm going to go with Gomez. Now, this is throwing the baby out with the bathwater because this is an insanely weak squad in comparison to what's on the pitch. But we're 3 goals up, so we should be sound. Although there is one other change we'll make. We'll put on our main goalkeeper. Now I wonder if that was Enric or Wehe. Would they have ran with more aggression than Gomez there? Because if they would have, that probably could have led to a goal, being honest. Bad passing. Bad passing. Bad defending. And what's worse, bad goalkeeping from my main goalkeeper. Now, Bartorex is really good. Candela should not let that through. Jason should do far better than that. Now, to be fair, Oscar Ross is one of the best in the world. And I forgot that they even had Oscar Ross. There's a reason why his release clause is 178 million. Like, he is a phenomenally good player. But, like, I don't care that there's as many youths on this squad as there is. That's not good enough. That's just not a good enough display from our team. Again, we're playing an incredible amount of youths now, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, Joaquin. hell, Joaquin? Both of you, jeez Louise, you're just... Joaquin horrible and Francesco horrible. That's just, ugh. That's an astonishing level of naivete. Anyway, I'll keep going for now. Lobo. Another goal. No. Still, like... Aaron now. Like, it's blatantly obvious we made this harder for ourselves, but we knew we would the minute we made those 3 subs. Vinny wouldn't have made that problem. Dangerous free kick. Oh, Take's out too. We have a lot of really good youths that we like and want to see do well, but like maybe playing them in a situation like this is being a bit too ambitious. Like Luis Alberto is a very interesting player. A lot of really good positions in him. Has great potential in him, but it might be a bit too ambitious being playing him where he is. Definitely am with the likes of Adam, because it's not his main position, and I know we just signed him. Same with Angelico. Like, we were a bit too ambitious with these. Jordi is probably the biggest one. He just didn't perform well there at all. So... But honestly, it was this defensive line that annoyed me more than anything. Martin needs to be better. He's 21. He has great potential. We signed him for piss cheap. He is a former Liverpool player. Or Palace player, or one of them. I don't know which. So he is one of my former places. Liverpool, yeah. So we signed him for piss cheap. But at the same point, he needs to perform better than that. So we'll see. Oh, ironically... Okay, I didn't even realize that we had taken Francesco from them. This year as well, wow. Oh, I had an ad break there and didn't even notice it. My deepest apologies got caught in an ad break with me going through my nonsense. Newcastle, huh? Wonder if he would go to West Ham over us. Probably would, to be honest. Jesus, 85 million. I mean, I have to just accept that. I know it's annoying that I don't have, you know, optional add-ons or anything like that. And I like this player. He's a very good player. But like for 85 million, I'm sorry. Like, especially with a transfer value like that. And like we bought him for 97. I have to say yes to that. Have to say yes to that. I mean, I don't blame you, Benny. It is your team. But you know yourself, like, you have your options between Real Madrid and West Ham. Like, Although I think ultimately now, I don't know, can we say that I was wrong? I mean, probably. When it came down to ye signing Potter as your manager. As I said, I thought it would ultimately end up being a failure. I mean, it's been a mixed bag, but I don't think it's been bad. Like, are you happy with Potter at the moment, Benny, as your manager? Okay. Ironically, it's the one match where I wouldn't actually take anything from it. It's nice to beat Arsenal, but like, they did get, like, I know he had scored beforehand, but like, Lewis Skelly getting the red card is, oh yes. But this is where I was mentioning it. I think Everton are stupid anyway, even though Moyes is doing an okay job with them. But I think Deitch might have been the option if you knew Everton was going to end up sacking him, you know? But he's not doing a bad job, so who knows? I just have higher opinions of Deitch.
Even when it rains, I'ma smile through the pain. In the pit, I'm seen. Lot of problems, got a face. I got big boy dreams, throw my money in the bank. Yeah. Wake up and I'm feeling like I've changed. Even when it rains, I'ma smile through the pain. In the pit,
How
I'm
do we
seen.
do
Lot of
this?
problems, got a face. I got big boy dreams, throw my money in the bank.
I mean, I don't know about that. Keep in mind that before Everton sacked him, he managed to keep Everton up with the 15-point deduction. Like last season. I know he wasn't having a great season this season, but I don't actually think that Everton were ever in a worry of going down with him. Well, what was it? It was close to it anyway. It was 10 or something. Well, no, it was more than that because they got point deducted twice. Didn't they? Because they got point deducted twice, didn't they, last season? Let me check. Yeah, 10. 10 at least, anyway, wasn't it? Or did that end up being lowered down? I don't really remember. I don't really care either. Okay. I just know that he done well last season with the squad that he had. I just like Deitch. No, I just like him. So, I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter. You're doing well with Potter. It'll just be really interesting to see where what signings end up coming in as well. That's where it'll be more interesting to see what signings end up coming in. It'll be more of a summer thing, to be fair, but like. Yeah, let's go with this. It's a weaker back line, but I think we need to try something. By the way, I legitimately haven't been watching any of your games, so maybe you'll be able to tell me on this one. Have ye played Evan Ferguson yet? Because I like Evan Ferguson. I think he needs confidence in order to end up actually performing well. I just haven't watched any of your games. Has he been good for you? So what do you think of him? Does he look like he... Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, I couldn't fucking... like, obviously, not in a position to even know. But, like, it has to hamper on your confidence to go from in one season being valued at 100 million quid to then in the next season being like cast away and sent out on loan. Fuck. Sorry. Okay, try to open up. Couldn't be a single reason why I wouldn't show you love. No more walking around a problem, we gon' solve and get it done. Half the battle that was won, and you'll see that if it isn't with you, nothing else. I be by myself. If you couldn't tell, I've been doing well because I've been growing with you. Mental health makes us show and tell. When we died itself, took this cold heart of mine and really made. And I know Fran is bad, but we need to give these guys the chance. Makes us show and tell. When we died itself, never pushed aside emotion. Spoke on how we felt, yeah. Spoke on how we felt, yeah. Instead of holding back, put all the pieces on the table, took them to account. Never pointed out and never screamed or shout, cause that won't fix the problem, rather makes us wanna bounce. Nah, I'm not like God, I didn't realize these were so fucking wrecked. So if you're down, let's get it out. Never be throwing the towel. You're too special to give up like that. If I knew we were, well, I should have known, but if I knew we were going to be this wrecked, I would have changed things around a bit. Everyday thinking the Lord that you've been in my corner through good and the worst. And steady growth with commitment to things I've improved. I'm far away from perfect, but I wanna learn what you like. Okay. Yeah, it's like. Yeah, it's hard to know. You mightn't be wrong on that, Doc, because Troy... The sad thing about Troy, and this is really, really mean to Troy, Troy was the new Dele Alli. So I don't think he's on that level yet. I think he needs to be careful about himself, though, Evan. Otherwise, he will fall to the wayside. Okay. Interesting. So we'd have to move him up to here for it to work. Okay, so that's where I'm messing up. I can't really remember why I had this as a Valo. We'll go with Lobo, so. Dangerous. This is a dangerous squad. But again, we're going to put Jason on as well. Even though Jason didn't have the best performance the last time. Do you have any academy players coming through, Benny, that look like they might be good options for you in the near future? Well, like, as a United fan at the moment, it's kind of The only thing we have going to ourselves. I started it on Monday, Benny, and as is the case with most new jobs, a load of administrative gobbledygook trying to get roles and the whole lot set up. So I won't be able to give a proper answer to that until maybe a week or two. So I'll give you that answer as soon as I 100% know that answer. For now, the people that I've talked to are awfully nice, and I like the general feel of what we're doing in the whole lot. Oh, Van Persie's son. So we'll see what ends up happening with there. At the moment, I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic with it. And I'm looking forward to getting into it and properly giving another go about it. There are a couple of bits that are new to me. It's my first time ever working as a contractor as opposed to working as an actual employee for a company. So, there are different expectations of you and different bits that you need to be aware of and all that type of stuff. So I'm just excited at the moment. But thanks for asking. God, this Newcastle jersey. I know I have the jersey pack in, and it was last year's jersey pack, but God, this is an ugly Newcastle jersey. Excuse me. You're the reason Wehe didn't score there, Duck. I hope you know that. Also, did you and Katie just replace each other, Duck? Or is there a reason why you're being so mean to me today? Wow, Kang Lee, thank you. Beautiful, beautiful work there. I was not expecting that to end up resulting in a goal. Just nice passing way through, and then Lee just running through everyone to end up getting a honestly crap goal. Like, Brits should end up saving that 100%, but like you can only get the goals that come to you. I wonder if Newcastle have Wilford. Oh, Jason. That never, like, commenting on their goalkeeper making a save, like, holy crap, what was that attempt? I know it's Van Persie's son, so you'd expecting him to end up getting a good shot off, but like, holy crap. No bother. The name of the son is Crystalline by the Midnight. I turned that down. Why is it still?
What lovely balls.
I have to wait to hear that one come true. Hopefully it's working now. This is the song, by the way. God, I love that. I love Napa. But they did sign him. Interesting. 51 million. That's not a bad outsigning. Anyway, we need to get back into this. And I'm slightly concerned that we mightn't be able to. Anyway, Dreen, how are things? Pleasure to have you in here. Oh god, old school. Something to be said about old school Dragon Ball and some of the things that were said. Willems and Eugenio. Probably, yeah, I was gonna say he has to be in insane levels of fucking wealth at this point for his transfer value. He's one of the best in the world. Same with Eugenio, actually. You know, when I signed them, like, they're bonkersly good players. Like, look at that stats for Eugenio. Like, wow. Yeah, I'm in season 9 now at the moment. Like, I've been at it a long time. Started with HSV, went to Crystal Palace, went from Palace to Liverpool. While with Liverpool, was also with Portugal. Won everything with Liverpool. And the World Cup with Portugal. And then quit both positions to join Real Madrid, where I had my first really bad season with Real Madrid, but I did change my tactic, to be fair. And this is my second season with Real Madrid, and we're hoping that the signings that we've made have been good and that we'll do well this time. So we're just in pre-season now at the moment. I missed how that penalty happened. Crap. And I was worried that we wouldn't even get the other one. I actually genuinely am a bit concerned. Might lose my own trophy. Boston. Boston. God, I like Boston, but like, holy crap. We need to make some changes. Okay, time to bring on some of our tired boys, unfortunately. That's your second game in a row to have a bad performance. Francisco, I know you're just signed for us, but like, that's not good enough. Anyway, let's continue on and hope that we do better this half. I mean, ultimately, this doesn't matter. It is just a preseason tournament that we set up ourselves. But like, yes, no. Go on, explain to us, Duck. How have you fallen in love? And please tell me why it's my voice. Foston to Vinny. Foston! Beautiful. I love when the baby boys do well. So what you're telling me, Duck, what you're telling me is that big cereal has gotten to you, and you have been converted into one of the sheeple. Big cereal has converted you into a sheeple. I'm disappointed in you, Duck. I expected more from you. Also, Burke. What a goal. What a goal, Burke. Just out of nowhere. He got that out of nothing. Tonali screws up. Hall screws up, and we end up getting a goal. Beautiful by us. I honestly don't think we deserve that, but we'll rob everything we can get. Oh, they've Isak on now. Oh. Newcastle aren't satisfied with potentially losing this either. Bran. Enric. Oh. Linus, it has been a while. How are you, my good friend? Linus, one of the original ones. Always a pleasure to end up seeing you. Back in the good old days when I ended up trying Pokemon for the first time. How has life been treating you since then? Has it all been going well? It's a pleasure to have you back. It's a pleasure to be able to say hello to you. I genuinely think you might have been a follower back before I hit double digits. That should have been a goal. Holy crap. I'd be pissed if I was Gwillimar. Henrik Kangley. I'm doing well. I don't know if you knew about it or have been paying any attention. I went to Thailand for a period of time. I'm back now in Ireland, ready to get a wee bit more solidarity in my life and the whole lot. Happy to be moving on to new pastures with a brand new job. Ready to continue on with the streaming as well. Starting a brand new job as well. So it's just been going well. And I'm sorry to hear that there have been downs for you, but I hope the ups have been mighty satisfying and incredible. And I hope you're able to catch me every now and again as well and join back into the chats and just enjoy it. And although I don't have any of the equipment here to make myself fancy for it, if you ever need to talk, Dr. Craic is here willing to listen. We've used it a few times for Duck. I just don't have any of my regular paraphernalia here for it. I could be Jackass Craic and wear these. You know, because, you know, only a jackass wears orange glasses. But, you know. Ironically, they're UV blocking glasses as well, and they help me go to sleep. But like, oh, I do have my fancy glasses. I thought they were missing. Do put any clips you end up making too into the Discord as well, Duck, because I do actually need to share them on TikTok and the whole lot as well, so I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll have a look at them straight after I end up finishing up. Please join it and conversate in the whole lot. There's a role within it that you can go to within the Discord. Just called Get Rules, and you can assign yourself whatever you want to end up seeing, and it'll unlock the additional sections that I'm seeing. So if you want to ignore the likes of Stellaris or Path of Exile or Future Wrestling and stuff like that, you can end up ignoring it, and you just end up clicking on the icon you want, and it goes from there. But I'll definitely have a look at them later on anyway. Thanks, Duck. I mean, it is Pancake Tuesday. Thanks to me being on the new fitness guide, I'm not allowed to have any pancakes today, so I wasn't able to enjoy Pancake Tuesday. It's one of the sad aspects of trying to be healthy. You can't enjoy some of the incredible delicacies in your life. It would bring you to sadness if I actually gave a shit. Yeah, I know. I'm not able to enjoy wonderful pancakes with Nutella sauce and honey.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
That is beautiful. That is genuinely beautiful, you absolute prick. I genuinely love that with a passion. But have you been playing anything yourself these days anyway, Linus? Have you been enjoying any games? Have you been playing any FM or anything of that description? Just be careful about that. That can end up going the wrong way if you aren't careful, there, Duck. Jesus, even Leicester are coming in for him. Wow. Really? To a championship side? Interesting. Okay, advertisements are on now, so we'll just let that come up. Not too bad. Not too bad. I haven't bought the current version of EAFC. It's been on sale for a bit. No real point buying it now, considering 26 will be out soon enough. But it's just, I have a legit. Oh well, thank you so much, Linus. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for the subscription. Yeah, it's just in my current living predicament, I have no one to end up playing it with. So maybe this coming year I might end up doing it and do some streams of it. Because one of the things I'm buying is the WWE 2K26 or 25 or whichever one is the current one. I think it's 25. I'll end up buying that in the next couple of days because it's meant to be going live in the next couple of days. I just, considering the island isn't on the PC version, I'm really not tempted to buy one of the more extravagant. Yeah, 25. I'm going to probably get the Dead Man edition because I can't be arsed considering the island isn't there to bother with the other ones. But for the EA game, yeah, I've played a couple of them, but I haven't bothered buying it in the last wee while. How have you found this current version of it? Because I know there's been a lot of complaints that this current version isn't particularly well structured. Yeah, EAFC, the EAFC. It's been mixedly received this year. Well, mainly because they haven't done much to it. They haven't changed much of it. But like, how have you found it? I love how he's 30, and to be fair, he's elite. He's 30, but he's still at 200 million. The fact that they got him for piss cheap as well. They got him for 34 million quid because City are idiots. Years ago was bonkers. It is funny. Because an awful lot of people have talked about it. These type of games, EAFC and Football Manager, do kind of put a predisposition in you that you don't want to sign anyone over the age of 27 because they start to degrade. Better in this game because they don't lose their abilities as much until they end up hitting their early 30s. But I hate signing players over the age of 27. fail a language course when you're sent on it. Well, I know, but like when you're paid this amount of money, you should end up making it your focus. I liked back in the old FIFA. I know I'm, by the way, major minority on this one, but I liked the FIFA career mode back in the day when you played as what was the name of the character? You know, FIFA 22, 23. What was the name of the character you played in that career mode? It's just stupid. Yeah, was it back in 17? Jesus, I'm old. Alex Hunter, that's it indeed. God, I'm old. That was back in 17. Oh! Oh, like the writing in that was cringe AF and the whole lot, but like I enjoyed that horse manure, to be honest. God, that makes me feel so old. Holy crap. Yeah, Alex Hunter, wow. Amazing. Yeah. I think canonically, not that anyone gives a rat's, but I think canonically in that game, Alex Hunter, the club that he wanted to go to and the club that they expected you to move him to was Real Madrid. Funnily enough, considering him playing as Real Madrid, but I do actually think that's canonically where he is meant to end up going. And they also heavily implied that it was England that he started off with. Oh, they were pure clonk back in the PS2 games, but they had a good feel about them. That's one of the things that I think is missing an awful lot in those type of arcade games nowadays, is the old school kind of music. Like, there's just something about the music now that's not near as good in those type of games as the old school ones were. Just this old school the old school sports games were an entirely different kettle of fish back in those days, but they were always interesting. Oh, shit. Skull Crush, thank you so much. And would you manage to believe we've actually managed to do something even brilliant? We've managed to get to the follower goal. Wow. First one back and we ended up getting to the follower goal, and I was worried that that me being away for so long and not having any consistency would end up screwing everything to bits. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate it so much. I know diddly squat about Santiago Munez. Is he any good? It's just been a long save situation. For the most part of this save, I was in England, Skull. It's just I've moved from Liverpool over to Real Madrid. I started with HSV, then to Crystal Palace. Spent a couple of years at Crystal Palace, got relegated, brought them back up. Done very well with Palace. Then the opportunity at Liverpool came. Moved to Liverpool, won everything with Liverpool, won the World Cup with Portugal, and then moved over to Real Madrid. So it's just been a chance of it. If you're looking for saves outside of England, or in the lower tier of England, a phenomenal streamer is this fellow right here. He doesn't always do FM, he does other stuff as well, but a phenomenal streamer is our good friend Benny. He does lower league stuff, ends up showcasing other areas as well. And currently another streamer that's doing a really good stream as well is, and he's not in the chat at the moment, so I hope I do this right. I think that's right. We'll give this a couple of seconds so that you can click on that if you want to, because Benny definitely deserves all the follows in the world. Although the shout out didn't end up working, so we'll have to look into that a bit and see why that didn't work. The other one is this one, which I hope... I love how I have to wait. I have to wait to end up doing it. That's wonderful. Shout out. Minus the G, huh? Up the... okay. So you have to give me 30 seconds before we end up showing you the other one, Skull. It's 9 years into the save at the moment now, Skull. Yeah, so we spent 4 years with Palace. 5 years, sorry, 5 years with Palace. 3 years with Liverpool. And now we're on to Real Madrid and we're into our 9th season. So no, it's 4 and 3, yeah. And then, yeah, this is the other one. Follow the Guija. They're currently doing an MLS save. You'll enjoy every minute of it. So there's another one for you as well. And Benny is the Guija's wise man. So, you know, enjoy that crack when that ends up happening as well. I won't comment on that one. So, if Benny wants to confirm nor deny that one, they can. Whatever, fine. Ooh. Interesting, he rejected Barcelona. That's surprising. Have fun with that one. It's a thing that an awful lot of people end up doing is the Ferguson challenge. It's an interesting challenge. God, so many people have fucking races. Huh. No one. 24 million. That is piss cheap. God, you're idiots. Joining permanently. Okay, so it must be more than that, so. Mandatory future fee, I was wondering, yeah. What do you mean by close skull? So, like, it's a brand new season, so we haven't started anything yet, if that's what you're on about. Oh, I'm not even trying it. I'm not even trying the Ferguson challenge. But if you're wondering about my my character's records, so like I 4 jobs, 1 national job, 12 awards, good bit of career there. I have. That's my stats there, so I'm not doing too bad. My manager timeline is this, so I'll go back to the start of it so you can see. Anyway, Dylan, it's a pleasure to have you. How are you doing, my friend? So yeah, I started with HSV, moved on. I resigned there when I was about to get sacked and then joined Palace. With Palace then, we ended up making a couple of interesting signings. I couldn't really not say no to this deal. This was meant to increase to 89 million quid, and then Liverpool, the arseholes, decided to, with 1 game left, not play him, so they didn't pay me the 20 million quid that I was owed, which means I've done it in every bloody club I've been at since. But we joined them, and then unfortunately we managed to end up getting relegated. Stayed an extra season in the betting championship. Then continued on there. Failed to get promoted. Then we won the championship. Really tight. We won it. Ended up coming up. We moved to Liverpool. Spent a couple of years with Liverpool. Won everything with Liverpool. Premier League, Champions League, and I think we got the quadruple. I'm not 100% sure. And then I went to Real Madrid, and that's where I am now. As for I am considered the best Irish manager of all time, for whatever the hell that's worth. But yeah. Ooh, not too bad. How's that working out for you? Champions League can't be easy with them. Go on, Duck. What's the Easter egg you found? Ooh, Calafiori. Oh, take your time, take your time. Oh, that's unfortunate when that ends up happening to you. Do you know, like, was it just a hard group, or Inter, Real Madrid, and yeah, that makes sense. Oh no, it's not. If you win a basically, if you win a trophy in a major league, really? Fucking really? He's 30. Why would you do a testimonial for him now? Huh. Weird. I mean, I'll do it, but I'm not going to, actually, because I don't even know who to do it with. That's weird. I'll do Villarreal. Screw it, why not? Oh, okay. Is that how that works? Interesting. Okay. I came 18th in the league phase and got hammered by Lens. Ah, that's unfortunate. Right, so I'm 5 games into the league phase, sitting on 12 points. Well, that's good. I legitimately never knew that. But he's going to be with us for at least another year, so I'll do it next season if he doesn't sign a new contract for me. There's no point in doing it now. Now, there's a reason why I booked that match versus Villarreal. Because within the net, because I'm going to do that game and then I'm going to finish up for the night. No, fuck no. Like, you can have them alone, but that'll be about it. So I'll do that game and then we'll see what ends up happening from there. The only loss so far was City. And how are City now? Are they strong, considering you're a couple of years in? D6. First of all, not a chance in hell. Second of all, try that.
I cannot love, I cannot trust. Waste too much time by giving a fuck. Feel everything I do isn't enough. Clock has been ticking, but time.
How are you not fit yet? Jesus.
Right by myself. Tears in my eyes while I write by myself.
God damn it, Bellingham. How are you not fit yet?
Fucking with nobody else. I was so stagnant, life was just passing. I was so jealous of people who laughing. Felt like my life was beginning to crash, and I felt so
Bonkers. Fucking bonkers.
pain could bring people together and fuel the desire and fire for passion. Then I went through it and no one was riding for me. I felt like my whole life was collapsing. Thought I was happy, I was just acting in such a place I could never imagine. Thought about quitting on that flight to New York before I got paid from McDonald's for rapping. You can keep saying I'm trash, guarantee that I'm an artist that's gonna be last and sweat.
Excuse me. Okay, anyway. There you there. Yeah, but Pino's an amazing player, though, to be honest. Really? Wait, what? How does that work? 10... He's done 10 seasons at Real Madrid. A player who never played for my club getting it. How does that work? Doc. Oh, why would he gotten a testimonial? How does that work? If he'd never played for you. You're not fit either. Jesus. Donkeys. Try this first. We'll give Lewis his go and we'll put Lobo on later on, but for now Eduardo definitely. Quintella there, Foston there. Fran we'll replace with Ard Guller, and we'll give Lee his go because he played well, and then we'll go with Enric here. If a player has played for just one club, I think they pick a random team. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense too. Okay, interesting. I wonder now, like in real life, even though he left for a long period of time, would Johnny Evans be suitable for a testimonial for United? I don't know if he'd even want the fucking thing, but it's just interesting. So, Skull, it's more when I can, but I'm going to end up setting up a schedule within the next 2 weeks. It's just I've started a brand new job, so my time is a bit malleable at the moment until I know exactly how certain things are going to end up going. And I started a new workout routine and a couple of other things, so I need to get used of all of my elements to make sure that my timing is going on and everything is going well, and I'm able to get a good enough sleep, that I'm able to end up doing everything grand like that. Ultimately, I try to stream every day as much as I can. Try to get around 2 to 3 hours on the streams that I end up doing, and do the weekends. I had a good regular rotation of streams throughout the December period of time, but that was because I was off on annual leave for that period of time. So I want to get more consistent and set up an actual schedule so everyone will know. Like, for example, tomorrow, it's up in the air whether or not I'll end up streaming tomorrow, but I want to. Just might be a 9 or half 9 start, which means there's a chance that if I stream tomorrow, it'll be a 2-hour stream. More than likely, I'll end up streaming tomorrow, but it'll be a shorter stream than today. So I don't yet have a schedule, but I'm getting to it. Okay? And I interact with a number of the people around here who end up streaming as well. For example, as I mentioned earlier on, Benny and the Gwidger, which I posted to earlier on, and a number of other FM and other streams that we end up going to as well. Highly recommend. So if you end up coming in and following and coming to, I'm always up for the conversation, always up for the crack, and I appreciate absolutely everyone who ends up coming in and always up to talk. So that was a long-winded way of saying kinda. It's just been a rambunctious month. Oh my god. That was a really good pass by Quintella, just horrible by Enric. Hold on. That's hilarious. They're playing my goalkeeper. That's hilarious. They're playing my goalkeeper that I loaned to them. That is hilarious. Oh, well, it's a preseason game. It's a preseason game, so no one gives a shit. Well, I always want to end up doing that anyway. Even if I got big, I always want to end up chatting as much as possible with the people here. I take my time to try and go through it. Obviously, when you have a crap ton of people in there, the chats can end up going through, but I try to filter as best as I can and stay on the topic and bring up the points and all that type of stuff, and I have no problem stopping and actually conversing with people. So I'll always end up having that type of way, but I 100% understand. Yeah, I just like doing it, especially considering we had a mediocre season last season, because I joined Real Madrid, and the day before I joined them, they spent 100 million quid on a shite goalkeeper, and that goalkeeper cost us an insane amount in the first bit of it, so I spent 200 million quid on goalkeepers. And now we've changed formation the whole lot, so we'll see what ends up happening. I have a formation I know works, but, you know, I don't want to use it because I ended up winning everything with it, so I know that formation works, so now I'm testing for new shit. There's no excitement if I know I'm going to win. Kinda, yeah. I don't know what to think about Onana, because he is a good goalkeeper. It's just, whether it's confidence, whether it's Old Trafford eating him up, well, because like he was good at Inter. So I don't know if it's just the Premier League eating him. I mean, it's not the first time it would have happened. United had Barthez get ate up, and he was a World Cup winner. So who the hell knows? I feel sorry for Onana, because what's worse is we obviously need a new goalkeeper, but we can't afford it. And who do you go for if you did? By the way, in case you didn't realize that I'm a United fan. But even if that is what he does. That's not why United signed him. United didn't sign him for his saving ability, because if we cared about saving ability, we just would have kept De Gea, because De Gea is 10 times the shot stopper that Onana is. So it has nothing to do with his world-class saves. He's just gotten lucky that he has a couple of world-class saves. We signed him because he was a ball-playing goalkeeper. And ironically, since we joined him, he has never played out the fucking ball. Now, be that Ten Hag being an asshole and not getting him to do it, or be that him just not having the ability to do it, heaven forbid, who knows. But he just hasn't done what we signed him for. We're meant to play out from the back with him, but everyone is scared shitless of getting a ball from him from out in the back. So why would you, like, it's blatantly obvious, or it was blatantly obvious, that the entirety of the defensive line last season was scared shitless getting the ball off of him. And that doesn't help the defenders that are already lacking confidence. So he was a major, major, major issue as to why United performed bad last season. I genuinely think he's the reason why they're performing bad now as well, but I don't want to put too much sway on it being him, because it's really not fair on him to put it on him. Oops, I forgot to do the goalkeeper. Maybe. It could be that. It very much could be that. But is it? Yeah. And what's worse is that if you believe the grapevine, he is the principal target for City this season, or this summer, coming obviously. He's the principal target for City, considering they know Edison's time is up. And although... oh, shit. And although... whatever the fuck the name of their secondary goalkeeper is. What is the name of their secondary goalkeeper? Because he is actually a really good goalkeeper. Yeah, although Ortega is very good, he's not good enough to replace Edison, and besides, he's 32. So, more than likely, the odds are that they're going to end up going to get Costa. Which I think will screw everything up if they get him, to be honest. I think it'll make them damn near unbeatable if they get Costa. Although we'll see, because he seems to have lost a bit of his edge. I don't know. I think with those charges, I think they're getting through them. I don't think they're going to end. I doubt they'll even get a single charge. We'd have already heard something. We would have heard rumblings if there was charges coming. Yeah, but like, he can look all he fucking wants to. He has 6 positions that he needs filled up, and like, although a goalkeeper is important, it's not near as important as some of the other positions that he needs filled up. So who the hell knows? If I was a betting man, doubt that a goalkeeper will be signed this summer. I also think it would be daft of him not to give Belinda a go. Oh, Man City. VIP, also known as a very stupid idiot. Huh. What is that model? Holy crap. Yeah, well, it hasn't been confirmed yet because it's still in operation. The entirety of the court case is still active at the moment, but it is kind of in the grapevine that they didn't get charged for anything, but it is still an active litigated case, so technically speaking they could still have charges, but I don't think they're going to get anything. I both agree with you and disagree with you, Skull. We need more than just a striker. We need... Bruno's not an 8. He's been playing as an 8. He should be playing as a 10, but he won't play as a 10. So Bruno's a major issue there, but not an issue you need to end up selling or doing anything with. We need an 8 to work alongside Ugarte. In theory, it should be Manu, but Manu's not performing well. We need a striker. I think Rasmus can do it, but he has no confidence. So we need someone to end up doing that. We need a winger that's actually or wing back that's actually a fucking wing back. Dagu has been doing well. Didloa has been shit this season. Mazraoui has been great, but he hasn't been playing as a wing back. So we need another wing back. We need 2 defenders. I like Euro, but he's not ready. Maguire's 32 and is going to slow down again. De Ligt has been brilliant. I think there's so many different positions we need to be careful of that who knows what ends up happening. Maybe if he can calm down and stop the Hollywood passes. Bruno's just not intense. He's not physical. So he leaves everything up to Gatti, whoever is in that position, and that doesn't work for anyone. Check game dictation factor in playing played. Okay, I see. That's not a bad old Easter egg there. Anyways, guys, I enjoyed your company today. It was a brilliant stream. As I said, I intend to be on again tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure if it'll be FM yet. I might do a wee bit more Path of Exile too. It has been 2.5 months or 2 months since I played it, and I actually am interested in going back to it. But it'll more than likely be FM because I have another 3 sessions before I get through pre-season. But thank you so much for everyone that ended up coming in. It was far more successful than I expected it to be, and I appreciate everyone for ending up coming through. So with that being said, there's enough people here that we can end up rating. So let's see if there's anyone nice that we can end up rating. Nope. Okay. I'll pick a small stream, so that someone ends up getting a bit of... Let's see, give us a moment now where we just look. Screw it, I'll just send you over to the big Robbo. So if anyone has any interest in going over to Big Robbo, you can end up joining that there, and I'll send you on over. It was an absolute pleasure to end up having you. And again, as I say, I'll probably be on tomorrow. But until then, thank you so much. It was a pleasure, and the crack was 90, and Slán go full.